What's up, guys? Welcome to another quick episode of Scotthollywood Outdoors. Here it is, a nice little rainy afternoon. I'm actually out here in the garage just kind of trying to do some cleanup. Still got some stuff tied on from the Scotthollywood tournament. I want to go ahead and start swapping some stuff out so we can get ready for the next tournament, which is going to be on Lake Anna. Going to be doing some pre-fishing for that probably in the coming week, next weekend. But since I was out here, I kind of wanted to cover some three quick things for you. Number one is I want to show you all the stuff that we were actually throwing and catching fish on during the Scotthollywood tournament. Number two is I got a real quick unboxing I want to go ahead and share with you. And number three, I just kind of want to do a real quick update on the giveaway that we talked about last week. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. So a lot of people guys have been asking from that video, even a lot of comments about what we were throwing and how we were throwing it for the Scotthollywood tournament, and including the pre-fishing stuff. So I've got the main three rods out here that everything was that we were actually kind of throwing everything on. So the first bait, the one that we actually caught the majority of the fish on, was basically just a chartreuse and a white spinnerbait. This right here is a BassMan spinnerbait. It's a 3/8 ounce silver blades on here. I was throwing this around. I was also throwing one that had a gold and a silver blade on it. My buddy Scott, he was throwing on a different brand, but pretty much the same type of spinnerbait, chartreuse and white. And yeah, this was pretty much the money bait. This is the bait that we were actually catching the majority of our fish on. Kind of what I'm throwing it on, I'm actually throwing it on a Lew's custom speed stick. This is the spinnerbait model, which is perfect setup for spinnerbaits. I got a pair with a Daiwa. This is a Daiwa Tatula CT rod, 7.3 to gear ratio. I just recently, actually, this is my first full year, I've actually switched over to the Daiwa rods. I mean the Daiwa reels, and I tell you what, I love these reels here. So yeah, so 7.3 gear ratio, Daiwa CT Tatula. I've got, I believe this is 15 or 17 pound Seagour in Vizex. It's a great line. This is what I use. I use fluorocarbon for all my spinnerbait stuff. I use this. And I use this rod. I can use the same rod for chatterbait throwing, but most of the time I always have a spinnerbait tied on. So this right here was the first bait that we caught the majority of our fish on. Actually, yeah, all but one fish that we actually weighed in was on this type of bait right here. And like I said, this is a BassMan spinnerbaits, 3/8 ounce, white and chartreuse. So that was the first bait. Second bait that we caught fish on, actually caught one in the tournament. Actually, I don't even have it on here anymore, but I'll go ahead and show it to you. It's basically a BizzBaits Killer Crawl. All it is just you guys are familiar with BizzBaits, just a standard black and blue Texas rigged crawl bait. Basically what we did is, you saw in the video, I was just flipping it around, flipping in the wood and flipping around cypress trees. And it wasn't until later on in the afternoon when they actually started biting this. And the last fish that we caught, that we actually weighed in, actually caught on this, we were able to upgrade from about a 2-pounder to almost a 2.5, about 2.5 pound. I'm actually throwing that basically on a Bass Pro Shops Bass Pro Shop Carbon Light 2.0 rod. This is a 7-foot medium heavy. I've got that pair with a Carbon Light 2 reel, Carbon Light reel. Great little combo, real light, really sensitive. Like I said, 7 foot. And as you can see, I basically just got a 3/16 ounce tungsten and a 4/0 hook. So that's all I was basically throwing that on. I've got 17 pound Seagour Abrazex. This is 17 pound, yeah, 17 pound Seagour Abrazex line. Just a simple, typical, really good Texas rig. I've actually got 2 of these rods. I have another one, pardon me for the car driving by, but yeah, I've actually got 2 of these. I have another one that I use for my jig rod. So this is kind of like my Texas rig / jig combo. I got 2 of them always on the deck, but yeah, great little combo for throwing your Texas rigs around and good stuff like that. So that was basically the second bait. Now a lot of people want to know, we actually didn't catch anything on this bait during the tournament, believe it or not, but we were killing it on in practice. And basically what that is, this is an RBT custom. You look at it right there. This is an RBT custom. Basically it's just a custom painted Little John in the spring crawl pattern. Like I said, this is custom painted by RBT Customs. And yeah, this bait was money for 2 weeks in a row during practice, but during the actual tournament we didn't get bit on it. Now we did start throwing the spinnerbait and started catching them on spinnerbait, so I really didn't go back to it. I imagine as the day went on, we probably would have started catching them on this, but once we start catching them on a spinnerbait, I didn't really go back to it. So same thing here. I've got this. I'm throwing this on a Lew's custom speed stick. This is actually my square bill crankbait rod, but it's also great for smaller crankbaits like this. It's basically the same as a 1.5 size for a square bill. Yeah, it's a great all kind of good rod for your shallow to medium diving crankbaits. I have a Shimano that I use for my deep divers, but this Lew's custom speed stick works great for your medium divers and your square bills. And again, this is I got that paired with another Daiwa CT, Daiwa Tatula CT. This one is in a little slower ratio. It's a 6.3. As you remember, the spinnerbait was a 7.3. So my square bills I like to be a little slower, and then when I go to my deep divers, I'm actually going to be even slower. I'm going to be at a 5.3 speed. Same thing for line. This is actually Seagour Invisex. I think this is 14 pounds. So Seagour Invisex 14-pound line. Great little combo. Must have caught probably what 10-15 fish on this during practice. Great little combo there. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's basically what we caught all our fish on. You saw Scott. He was catching all his fish on basically the same spinnerbait. I don't think he didn't catch anything on anything else. He was throwing the RBT custom for a little bit there, but basically to no avail since we went ahead and started catching them on the spinnerbait. So that kind of worked out great for us. So. And that's about it for what we went ahead and did. So I'm going to go ahead and take these lines, this baits off, and go ahead and get ready for Lake Anna. So that pretty much covers everything that we've used during the tournament. Basically, those 3 rods is pretty much all I ended up having to use. I mean, of course, I had a top water. I threw that for a little while. I don't even think I threw a jig, but just a few other little things. But those 3 rods right there are pretty much all I needed to use. And as you saw, Scott, he only had that. Pretty much he was just using his spinnerbait rod. But speaking of spinnerbaits, so as you guys saw, I was throwing the BassMan spinnerbaits, 3/8 ounce white chartreuse. So BassMan spinnerbaits. Let me give you a little background about BassMan spinnerbaits. Kind of a funny story, actually. So you may not know, but BassMan spinnerbaits is actually made from a company. It's just a little mom and pop. It's actually one guy making them. He makes BassMan jigs, and I'll leave a link in the description of his website down below. It's bassmanjigs.com. And so you guys may know SB Fishing TV, Matt from SB Fishing TV. Well, I was talking to him one year at the Richmond Fishing Show, and he was telling me about these jigs that he's using, BassMan jigs. So I went, so that's cool, and I've seen him in a lot of his videos. So I went ahead and ordered some and got them, and I've had them in my box and everything else. And I didn't think nothing of it. Another guy driving by here, sorry about that. But yeah, so one day I was actually doing one of my business trips out to New York, and I was just Googling and looking for videos about fishing in New York City. So this one group of videos came up, BassMan. Now at this time I didn't have any correlation, and started watching his videos, and it was really cool. So when I went to New York, I went ahead and reached out to him. I said, hey man, this is Scott. I got my own channel, YouTube channel, Scotthollywood Outdoors. I'm actually going to be up in New York City, and I was wanting to fish with you. So of course he responded back, said, yeah, sure, come on out. So I actually meet him in Central Park, and we got into talking about jigs, and he says, I make some jigs. And I said, really? He says, yeah, BassMan jigs. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Sure enough, I opened up my tackle box. I said, look, you mean these jigs right here? And I was showing a couple of them. He goes, yeah, those are my jigs. It just kind of worked out. It was just kind of a weird thing, and we kind of hit it off real well. And ever since then, I've been great friends with the guy. He actually sponsors me now somewhat with, he gets me a good deal on his jigs and his spinnerbaits, and just a great all-around guy. So go ahead and check his videos out, his website out. It's on Facebook, Instagram, the whole 9 yards. Well, anyway, about a year ago, he reached out to me, and he knew I liked fishing spinnerbaits, so he reached out to me, told me that he was going to start making some spinnerbaits. So I went up to New York and met him, and we threw them around for a couple of days and tested them out and everything, and they turned out to be really nice spinnerbaits. So I came home with probably about $80 worth of spinnerbaits last year, and I've been using them ever since. Well, lo and behold, long story short, I went ahead and ordered another shipment to cover this year's tournaments. So kind of want to go ahead and go over them with you real quick, just to kind of show you what kind of quality stuff. And what's good thing about Don is he'll actually, if you can show him a picture of a spinnerbait or something like that, and he'll actually recreate that and actually make them for you, custom made. He does everything himself. He gets the blades, the skirts, the whole 9 yards, and goes ahead and builds them. So I'll give you guys a quick rundown of this particular order I got. You'll probably notice some of these spinnerbaits. So if any of you guys that are watching the Bass Pro Tour, the new Bass Pro Tour, if you guys remember when they were down on I think they were in Lake Kissimmee, Harris Chain of Lakes down there, the first stop of the year. Well, they were throwing white and chartreuse spinnerbaits in Florida, and they were really killing them with baits that had these little stinger blades on them. So I went ahead and reached out to them and said, hey, Don, you got to make me some of these spinnerbaits, because plus I'm going to Florida here next week to do some fishing and some other stuff I got to do in there. But he said, yeah, man, I'll make some for you. So I went ahead and showed him some pictures, and these are kind of what he came up with. So check these out. So this is basically just the same thing, BassMan spinnerbait, white and chartreuse. Got the gold blade, nice gold willow blade on there, and he went in and added the bright red stinger. This is what they call a stinger blade. You know, that's what they were calling them during the tournament. So I went ahead and had him made a couple of those. So he went out and made a couple of them for me here. I got one. Here's one here. These are both in 3 ounce. Same thing right here. Same thing. Gold blade, the whole 9 yards. Really nice spinnerbait. He did that. I also had him make, while I was doing that with the stinger blades, I went ahead and wanted to make him add me some all chartreuse models. So same thing here. Here's a all chartreuse model. See even how the head is coordinated with it. So this is all chartreuse with the skirt, a chartreuse willow blade, and the red stinger blade. So these 2 spinnerbaits right here are going to be money on the Potomac. I think they're going to be money on the Potomac. If it's really, really muddy, I'll go with this. If it's somewhat muddy, I'll go with this. Plus they're going to work in Florida. I'm going to have these down in Florida with me. Real awesome stuff right there. So I had him made 2 of those as well. And then finally, the other one I had him made for me was another one that I've seen people throw in. And this is basically just another white chartreuse model. But this one basically just has, instead of the stinger blade, it has the white and the chartreuse blade. So another real good, you know, semi-clear water to stained water. Nice little spinnerbait here. White and chartreuse. This would be good on a day like this where it's nice and cloudy. This would be awesome on there. Now, of course, I also still have, you know, like you know, the one I was showing you on here, the ones with the white and chartreuse, but with the gold blades or the silver blades, or one with the gold and silver blades. But yeah, good stuff there. I also went ahead and commissioned him to make a couple clearwater spinnerbaits. Now, like I said, I'm going to Lake Anna next week, so you know, that's a little clear water lake. And I actually, last time I was, no, this was 2 years ago, I had a tournament down there where I caught myself a 7-pounder, and it was on a basically a sexy shad spinnerbait with silver blades and one gold blade. So I went ahead and had him make a couple of those as well, both in 3/8 ounce and a 1/2 ounce. So go ahead and check this out. Same thing here. These nice, you know, I guess you can call it sexy shad. He's got the blues, the whites, chartreuse. Got one gold blade, one silver blade. See how the head is actually, it matches the, you know, the skirt. And the good thing about his baits as well is he puts the full skirt on there, so you can trim him if you want. You know, it's got a good solid hook on there. You can put a trailer on there. You can throw like a swim fluke or some sort of Kitech on there. But I went in and had him make a couple of these as well. One in the 2 in the 3/8 ounce and 2 in the 1/2 ounce. So got a whole set of them right here for that. Also had him make me some. These are basically just standard shad style spinnerbaits. You can see basically black and white, just like that. Got a nice, beautiful spinnerbait there, black and white, basically shad pattern, all silver. I mean, these things are good quality spinnerbaits. I mean, the wire is very flexible, so it throws off a lot of vibration. Real good stuff. He does really good work. The heads are beautiful, nice eyes on there. They don't chip out. Just some good stuff. So I had him make 2 of these as well, and 2 of the in 3/8 and 2 in the 1/2 ounce size. And I actually have some here. This is from last year's shipment, but I'm going to Florida later this year, like I was telling you, and I have some of the yeah, here they are. This is the gold shiner. Check this one out. This one's really nice too. So if you guys down fish in Florida, you know those golden shiners. So look at that. So this one didn't come in the shipment, but there you go. That's the gold shiner, the pattern there, white with the gold, the 2 gold blades. See the matching head. Good stuff right there. Really, really good stuff. So I'll be bringing these down to Florida as well with me. And the last thing, it's funny, it was spring, and I saw he had something on his website, so I went ahead and ordered a couple of these just to try it out. I actually threw it while we were during during pre-fishing, and I didn't catch anything on it, but I didn't really, to be honest with you, I really didn't throw it that long, but I thought it was actually kind of cool. It's basically just a spring crawl pattern. Look at that. I tell me that ain't juicy in the spring, right? Or it's pre-spawn, like right, they should be throwing, like right now on a cloudy day, I'll be probably throwing this again and probably devote more time to it, but that's an awesome thing. Nice your red and black and your gold with your red blades. This is in a 1/2 ounce model, man. I can see this just slow rolling on the bottom. Whew, that was good. I don't know why I didn't catch nothing on it, but I didn't really, like I said, I didn't really throw it that much. But yeah. So yeah, man, these spinnerbaits are awesome. So please go ahead and check out my buddy Don. Like I said, they're not that expensive. I believe they're like $6 or $7 for these spinnerbaits. Really not bad for a custom made spinnerbait. And he also makes jigs. I mean, he makes some good jigs as well. Let me go ahead and make some room here and see if I can my mess here and actually show you one of his jigs. But yeah, so go ahead and check it out. It's actually BassManJigs.com. Like I said, he's on Facebook, he's on Instagram, and he has his own YouTube channel. Has some really good videos on there. And he even dabbles in the making the rods. But yeah, so here's some examples of some of his jigs. I know you really can't see them because they're still in the bag, but you know, nice, good BassMan jigs here. All different types of colors. It's the peanut butter and jelly. Got the green pumpkin, the bluegill pattern. Got some black and blues. He even made some white ones for me for in fishing on Anna. So yeah, there you go, some white ones. So real good stuff, guys. So go ahead and check him out. BassManJigs.com. Awesome spinnerbaits. Like I said, he'll make any spinnerbait you want him. Just send him a picture of what you want, and he'll figure it out and make it work and make it out for you. So great stuff there. Last thing, real quick, guys. Just kind of want to go ahead and remind you about the giveaway that I announced last week. It was my RBT custom giveaway for reaching 400 subscribers. If you guys remember, I was going to give away this box. Inside this box, you guys got to pay attention to this now. Inside this box are two very important baits. If you notice, the number one, this is not quite the exact one, but a close variant of the same bait that we were killing them on for 2 weeks in the springtime in Chickahominy, our pre-fishing. That's going to be in there. And also this awesome custom painted bluegill pattern. This is basically a Lucky Craft 1.5 custom painted bluegill pattern. This exact bait also caught a PB on Smith Lake, over 7.5 pounds. So you're going to get those two baits in here. You're going to have a couple shallow runners here. I believe this is a baby 1- right here, and they're basically just in a shad pattern, or like a bluegill / perch pattern. This other little bait here, which is just another little perch pattern, another little shallow water diver, and I've also got a custom bluegill painted popper lure right here. So all these lures right here, each one of these is about $8. So we got 5 of them, so you got about $40 for the lures here. You're gonna get that in this little custom case. You're gonna get a RBT custom sticker. I'm also gonna throw one of my new Scotthollywood Outdoors stickers in there as well, so you can get one of those. And I also did say that there's gonna be another special present in there for whoever wins. Well, I decided what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and throw in one of these spinnerbaits. I don't know which one it is gonna be yet, but you're also gonna get an official BassMan spinnerbait. Don't know which one it's going to be, so it's going to be surprised when whoever wins gets it when it opens the box, but it's going to be one of these spinnerbaits. So in order to enter that giveaway, all you got to do is click. I'm going to go ahead and pop it up right now. You click this video right here. It was the pre-fishing tackle video for the Chickahominy tournament. Like I said, it's going to pop up right here. Go ahead and click that video. You got to be subscribed to my channel. You got to like that video, and you got to go ahead and make a comment on it. And I wish there was a way I can make you guys use comments for this video as well. So I'll tell you what, go ahead and comment on this video as well. If you didn't comment on the last video, go ahead and comment on this video, and somehow I'll make it work where anybody that comments on this video will also be entered in that giveaway. So yeah, so again, either click on the video that's up here, which was last week's video, click on that, like it, subscribe, all that good stuff. Or you can click on this video that you're watching right now. Click on this video, or obviously you clicked on it because you're watching it, duh. But go ahead and like this video and leave a comment on this video. So either one of those two videos. If you either like and comment on them, you guys will be entered in that giveaway. And I will be giving this stuff away 1 week from today. So I'll go ahead and do another video where I pick live the comment for it, and then we go from there. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. Other than that, I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you guys please hit that subscribe button. Keep watching the videos coming out. I got a lot of stuff planned. Like I said, I'm going to Florida in 2 weeks. I actually got to go to New Orleans for a night, so maybe I may just throw up a quick video on that. I got the Lake Anna pre-fishing, Lake Anna tournament that's coming up on the 20th. And some more fishing after that. And then we're going out on the Potomac the following couple weeks. Plus the Wednesday night shootouts are going to start happening here soon. So a lot of fishing stuff. There's going to be a lot of content showing up on this channel. And hopefully we can move on to the next goal, which is 500 subscribers. Then we're going to go up to 750. Then once we hit 750, we're going to hit to 1,000, and then 1,000 and beyond, guys. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, it's just a real quick one here in the garage, just getting my stuff ready. But I'm going to go ahead and try to start doing at least one of these every week and one fishing video a week. So keep on looking out for those. So I think that's it, guys. Without further ado, make sure you hit the subscribe button, Scotthollywood Outdoors, and that's a wrap.